I'm paying attention this time.
Oh, good. You better be paying
Oh,
attention
thank-
this time. And you better be paying attention too, listeners, because this is FK the Pod, your favorite podcast hosted by Reed Wilson, joined by Trent Tatum and Seth Butler, where this week we're going to be talking about some of the most unlucky people in the world of all time, as well as some of the biggest maybe assholes that they need to know, they need to find out. My guess is everyone's going to suck here because that's usually the right answer.
Yeah.
On this episode of FK the Pod, y'all drinking anything? You doing anything fun? Since the last time we talked 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I'm drinking, surprisingly, the same thing. Bodhisattva.
Bodhi's nuts.
Regionally known as a Bodhi.
Tough.
Okay, there's a Steely Dan song where I feel like they say Bodhisattva. What song is that?
There's a car in GTA called the Bodhi, and it's like the car I would want to have if I lived in California, because it's a truck with it's basically like Ryan's truck, but it's like a Jeep truck with no doors, or in like an open back and like no roof.
Okay, so
if I were to have a car in California, that's the one I would want.
the song is called Bodhisattva, which I think is an Indian word, or I don't know, Hindi. They have a bunch of languages, so I think this is like combining an Indian Hindi word with a German word. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
But I recognized it from a Steely Dan song. So shout out to Steely Dan. Just as an early prediction, I feel like they stopped counting Spotify stuff soon-ish, like at the end of next month for Wrapped.
Because you get your shit in.
Yeah, because I think it's through October, because they don't include ever like November, December, because then you would have like Michael Bublé on your Wrapped. But I think Steely Dan's going to be on my Wrapped. I've been bopping some Steely Dan.
I think it usually comes in, or the Wrapped usually comes in around like week 12 or week 13. So
Of football, you mean?
Oh yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah, what else?
I was like, what do you mean week 12?
Of the year? No one knows what that shit is. No, I'm talking. We're in football season right now, Trent. Literally, or Seth. Literally everything revolves around football for me right now.
That's so funny. Oh man. But Bodhisattva, the Indian word, it's some aspect of Buddhism.
It's a Buddhist deity.
Yeah. There you go.
It refers to anyone who has generated bodhicitta, with spontaneous wish and compassionate mind to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Shout out Siddhartha, the goat.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, I'm drinking a Miller Lite. Sorry to derail us on Steely Dan talk, but and one of the things, as you mentioned, that we're going to talk about today is the some of the unluckiest people in the world.
Yeah,
and as we saw in the least lucky, as we saw in our last pod, you're pretty unlucky to have been born 80 years ago or whatever, because we went through stuff that is going into the public domain, and so we kind of saw stuff that was released 80 years ago that's now entering the public domain, which tended to be pretty bad.
Like the Great Depression and the
the Great Depression is going to be public domain soon, but we don't want that. The Fed cut interest rates.
Yeah, 50 basis points. Every time I see basis points, I get upset because it's stupid. They cut 50 basis points. Trent is 0.5%.
Okay, all right.
So
that's good to know.
It's literally 0.1% is a basis point, right? Yeah, no, it's 100th.
Yeah, and they're never going to do anything that's like 1 basis point either. It's always going to be like a pretty even, like maybe 10 basis points or 25 basis points. So I don't even know why we go down to, like, we could divide all those by 10 and just talk about them in like whatever.
I think basis points makes your job sound more important instead of just saying, yeah, we increase it by 0.25%. Now, like, oh yeah, your job is worthless, finance guy, get out of here.
Yeah,
Wall Street and go occupy you or whatever. But that's because they're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the reason that I wanted to talk about unluckiest people in the world is because I heard this particular story recently, which is from August 17th of 1957. This is
Public
also
domain soon.
This is also a sports story, so stop me if you've heard this before. Of course, this is a game that's played between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Giants, the Giants of New York. Well, that's the football.
New York Football Giants.
There's New York Giants. What would they? Are they San Francisco Giants now? You think?
Yeah, the San
Okay.
Francisco Giants are the baseball team.
Yeah. Well, in '57, they were the New York Giants of baseball. I guess.
Yeah, I think that's why they call them the New York Football Giants because sometimes they were the New York Baseball Giants. At one
He had
point
some
also.
overlap there
Yeah,
for
some
sure.
overlap.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I just got confused. I was like,
Dude, kind of crazy that New York lost 2 of its teams to California, and then just like also still has them.
there you go.
They have the Mets and the Yankees. They lost the Dodgers, but they still have 2 baseball teams. They had that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them play in New Jersey. Shout out New Jersey.
Yeah, I didn't realize the Giants and the Jets play at the same field.
I've been to their practice facility.
Oh, nice.
I drove by it.
Yeah, people are upset because like the United States is hosting the World Cup, or like North America is hosting the World Cup, which is kind of a cop out. Should have just been us, but like one of the games is at MetLife, and there's some European fervor going on about like how are we supposed to get to this game because it's like this stadium's like off like 3 highways, like it's like you can't walk to this place at all. It's
That's
surrounded
so
by
funny.
highways. They're like, how the fuck do we get to this game?
Get an Uber, dude. That's
Grow up, bro. Welcome to the big leagues. Sorry, they don't have football in the plaza, bro.
Yeah, you can like walk along the underpass or whatever, and across a bunch of different parking lots and jaywalk to get there for miles.
Yeah,
Or you could take a Uber.
Just drive like an American.
Your Marriott mega hotel that looks like every other hotel might have a shuttle that you can take there too potentially.
That's right.
Welcome to America.
Yeah. Okay, what's up? Take the bus.
You can drink our water though from the sink, and
And you
we
can go
have
to a
air
restaurant
conditioning.
and get it for free. Yeah, we won't die when it's 85 degrees outside.
Oh man. Okay, so
Pansies.
the Philadelphia Phillies are playing against the New York Baseball Giants in Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York. Okay.
Okay.
It's August 17th, 1957. I'm going to put you in you are Alice Roth, right? You're at this baseball game. You're a young lady. You might even be an old lady. I think she might actually be old.
Well, that's 1957. She's old.
She's old now. It
Yeah.
doesn't list her age here, but I think I remember her being old. So your favorite player, Richie Ashburn of the Phillies, he goes up to bat. He hits a foul ball that hits you, Alice Roth, squarely in the face, breaking your nose.
But not killing you.
Not killing you. A
Not
foul
that,
ball.
Not that unlucky.
Must
not the
have
asshole.
Must not have been a huge baseball fan. She wasn't paying attention, bro.
So then some medics come to take you away. They're carrying you away in the stretcher. They actually stop the game because they're like, oh my God, Alice Roth is bleeding out of her face all over everybody in the stands. Disgusting. Get her out of here. So they're carrying you away in the stretcher, and eventually they get you far enough away. They resume play. Richie Ashburn now has a second ball thrown to him. He hits another foul ball, and guess where that foul ball goes?
Alice Ross's face.
It hits Alice Roth as she's on the stretcher. It doesn't hit her in the face. It actually hits her in the knee, and it breaks a bone in her knee. So Richie Ashburn, your favorite player, I don't know if he actually was her favorite player, he hits 2 foul balls back to back. Both of them hit you and break 2 different bones.
Yeah, you should stand. I don't know, like in the outfield. Like you should sit in the outfield stands. So you can hit a home run here if he's got a magnet on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That is pretty unlucky. I do want to say, I mean,
Do they have the
I've
nets
been
up?
Yeah.
Maybe not in 57.
Nets,
I don't know.
Yeah, Nets didn't exist. I do want to say, dude, I've been hit by many baseballs. All right. And I'm wondering, do you think bones back in the 50s were just more brittle?
I
Yes,
don't know.
but also professional baseball player.
That's
Well,
why
sure,
I think she
but it's
might
a
have
foul
been.
ball, dude.
Well, I mean, off the crack of the bat, that shit's going pretty fast. It's like going.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I guess if there were not any nets at all,
Yeah, they didn't. They weren't
hit it
invented
pretty-
yet, as previously stated.
pretty
That's
gnarly. I guess you could. Okay. I'm just
That's why I
thinking
think
most
she might have been
foul balls
old too.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
possible.
baseball thrown at like any moderate speed, right? That hits you in the nose is going to break your nose. I feel like that's
Well, yeah.
that's not a
that's-
crazy stretch.
That's
Baseball hitting the
legitimately
knee,
happening.
breaking your knee is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I have
How,
actually
they didn't even
hit-
take her that far away. If she's going to get hit by a foul ball, still.
Yeah. It was just the next pitch, dude. But no, I've legitimately hit a foul ball and broken my own nose. So it can happen. It can happen.
You broke your own nose. You broke your back. Maybe.
Oh my God.
It was when I was a kid. I fouled a ball back straight into my face. It sucked.
That sucks. That blows.
Well, fortunately, this
Yeah,
story
that's
does have a happy ending. The Phillies were very nice to the family afterwards. They invited the kids to the clubhouse, gave them free tickets, gave them autographed baseballs. Richie Ashburn, the culprit here, actually visited Alice Roth the next day in the hospital. I don't know what he said.
Did they pay her bills?
I'm sure they did. Yeah, it says that they were very nice to them. So
They paid
Let's-
all $50.
yeah, they probably just like put a T-bone steak on her broken nose. They put one on her knee. I don't know. He
Yeah,
said,
they hadn't
"Walk it
invented
off."
medicine yet in 1957.
Yeah. Oh, it says that. Yeah, it says she had grandchildren, so she could have been like 25 at the time or
Yeah.
something.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unlucky, I'd give this like a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a?
That sucks. It's like that one video. You know that one, like the video where it's like the soccer player or the volleyball player, and they just keep getting beamed in the face.
Yeah, like the YouTube comedy sketch.
Yeah, the YouTube comedy. It's like yeah. That's what it reminds me of. Is unlucky. That sucks. But
Yeah.
But that's like a 5. I think there's gonna be more unlucky people because that's
Yeah.
Are
that's
you, like,
unlucky,
on a
but she's
ranked
alive.
list,
Yep,
Seth?
she is alive. It's not necessarily ranked. I have the 13 unluckiest people in the world as listed by casino.org, which is the world's online gaming authority since 1995. So they love chance and statistics, I guess.
Okay.
Little side note. I don't like that they call it gaming because it's like it's not gaming.
No,
It's
you as a
gambling.
true gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Well, you're a
Not
gamer in
gaming
more ways
implies-
than one, also, Reed. So,
I don't know what that
Gaming
means.
implies like benevolence, right? And then gambling is maybe a little bit
yes.
No, it involves like
Malevolent.
playing a game.
malevolent.
When you're on a slot machine, you're not doing anything. You're just hitting the button. Come on, hit the button. Like
Yeah.
there's no strategy, no strategery.
Well, it looks like they post about one article per day on casino.org if you're interested in the best starting hands in Texas Hold'em, NFL fan bases that bet the most per season. That's kind of an interesting. Maybe I'll read that one
I
later.
assume it's like Massachusetts, like the Patriots fans and the people on the East Coast be gambling.
Yeah, some of it might be under the table. Shout out to Oz Cobb.
Yeah, shout out Cup.
Shout out the Penguin. So let's see. We're not particularly superstitious here at casino.org, says Jacob Smith, the author of this article, January 18th, 2023. Of course, it helps at the poker table if fate's cards are in your favor, but ultimately you make your own luck, right? But they say for every lottery winner, there's always someone who has misplaced that winning ticket. Just for fun, we decide to do a little digging and compile a list featuring 13 of the unluckiest people in the world.
Nice. Okay. All right.
So I'll just read these. A lot of them just have it's like a paragraph. Some of them have a picture, but I'll just read through these guys in order, and we can hit on them if they've got stuff that you're interested in unpacking. The first guy that they discuss is a guy named Frayne Selak. So he's from Croatia. It says he claimed to have had not one, but 7 brushes with death, which include a train crash, being sucked out of an airplane door, surviving a bus that crashed into a river,
Okay.
2 car fires, being hit by a bus, and narrowly avoiding a 300-foot drop after a driving accident.
You know what?
Jesus
Just like,
Christ.
don't drive in Croatia, bro. These Croats can't drive.
Stay off the roads.
The fuck?
Yeah, it forgot to
they
say
don't
he's
tell
like
you.
legally blind. It doesn't say that, but
He's a legally blind alcoholic. Yeah.
Well, where did they get the alcoholism from?
it does say he is later believed to have had his fortunes turned with a rather large lottery win, which he decided to give away.
Lame.
He's like, you know what? What else can go wrong? I've been in 7 near-death experiences. I might as well buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And then give it away.
The other
L.
the other thing you can think about is like, was this guy really unlucky? I mean, he survived all of those brushes with death. So, were you unlucky to have survived a brush with death?
Yeah, are you
they
more
kinda cancel each
lucky
other
for
out,
living
huh?
it, or more unlucky that it happened to you?
Yeah,
But here's the
I guess
thing.
you're luckier if you avoid it, but then you don't know that you're lucky.
This dude would kick ass in those Final Destination movies.
He'd be the one that lived to the end. He's like an old Croatian man. He's with like a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
good,
dude. I think you're right. I think these cancel each other out. This is a solid 4 out of 10.
Yeah, because he ended up winning the lottery. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that actually happened. He almost died a bunch of times, but he won the lottery. So
You cannot be the unluckiest person if you win the lottery and then don't lose the ticket or like get shot immediately. Like,
yeah. So this next one involves the lottery. It's about a Greek filmmaker, Kostas Mitsotakis. He is an unfortunate soul, often dubbed the world's unluckiest man. The reason? He was the only resident in a small Spanish village that he was living in not to win a share of a whopping $922 million jackpot in 2011. Everybody else in his village bought a lottery ticket,
Okay.
and he missed out as all of his neighbors cashed in. I don't know how many people this was, but splitting almost $1 billion.
that he missed out on $6.
Yeah. I feel like it was probably more substantial than that. It says, what did he do? Wallow? Of course not. He made a film about it. So he's a filmmaker. You could probably find that somewhere.
It's probably boring. Here's how I didn't win money. L.
Yeah.
I do that every day. Every time I buy a ticket, it's how I didn't win the lottery.
Yeah.
I've lived that story
Yeah, I don't know
many
if
times.
that's that unlucky
That's
either.
his fault.
You know what? He just didn't buy a ticket.
Yeah, it's on him.
That's neither
Okay.
lucky nor unlucky.
Miss 100 shots that you don't take. Michael Scott.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Gretzky.
The next guy we got is a guy named Henry Ziegland, who
Big
is
Z.
Henry Z. He's a Texan farmer, it says. For 20 years of his life, Texan farmer Henry Ziegland probably thought he was the luckiest man alive.
Okay.
The story goes that in 1893, Ziegland broke up with his girlfriend Maisie Tickner after revealing he had been unfaithful to her. Heartbroken, Tickner committed suicide.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
not fun.
Okay.
Her brother Henry sought to avenge her death by riding over to Ziegland's farm and shooting at him with a pistol. The pistol just missed Ziegland's face and hit a tree. One day, 20 years later, while out felling trees with his son, Ziegland came across the tree with the bullet buried in it. Instead of chopping it down, he decided to blow it up with dynamite.
Okay.
Having lit the fuse, he marched 50 yards away and watched. The dynamite exploded and fired the bullet out of the tree. It struck Ziegland in the head, killing him instantly.
Yeah, his fault.
Yeah, dude. That's also not unlucky. He was lucky to survive the first time.
That's just like well, what's it? The stupid awards or whatever. That's
The Darwin
just,
Awards.
Yeah. Why are you
Yeah,
pulling
I
the
think-
tree up? Cut the tree down, man. What are you
Mhm.
doing?
I think unlucky implies you had no, like, you had no pull in the situation,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Some kind of
All you had to do-
serendipity.
Yeah, all he had to do was not
lack
be
thereof.
unfaithful.
All he had to do was not blow up a tree
Yeah.
with dynamite.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I also don't like this. It's kind of a very tragic story, more for his girlfriend than him. But like, how? So her brother comes over to shoot this guy and misses, and then what? He just like goes home. Like, how does that resolve? You know, wouldn't you just try to shoot at him again?
He gave
Yeah,
up.
the
Well, no,
dude's- he pulls out his like old rifle and he's like, "Shit, I gotta."
I only brought one bullet.
I gotta get the stick out and start powdering the flume up or whatever.
Yeah,
Goof ass.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, he got probably what he had coming, I guess. The next one is Roy Sullivan. Perhaps the most unbelievable tale of misfortune told on this list goes to Roy Sullivan, a man who was hit by lightning. How many times do you think?
Thrice. Three
Okay.
times.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'll just say 4. How about that?
The former park ranger was nicknamed the Human Lightning Rod and features in the Guinness World Records for surviving more lightning strikes than anyone else in recorded history. In one particularly unlucky period, he was struck by lightning 4 times in 5 years, but was ultimately struck by lightning 7 times in his life.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, duck. It's just like you're in the
Just go
forest.
inside.
You just go be smaller than a tree. Like
Dude, we'll get some other ones of these where it's like, I don't know if you were particularly unlucky or if you worked in a dangerous profession. So I think the next one might be one of those, actually.
oh yeah. Johnny Silver was an Alaskan crab fisherman who lost his life hunting for crabs. How unlucky was that? Like
Yeah, so we'll do this one next. This is a woman named Violet Jessup. She's actually Irish. Irish Argentine, so she doesn't sound like a cowboy, I don't think.
oh, so she
She was an Irish Argentine nurse and ocean liner stewardess. She was unlucky when it came to traversing the waves, as she was on both the Titanic and the HMHS Britannic ship, which also sank in the early
Britannic
1900s.
sank too?
Yeah. So I think there was one of the other ones. The Olympic was the other one. I don't know if that one sank as well. But yeah, that's 2 out of 3 at least.
Did
That's
she
not
make
very
it
good.
out of both of them?
Yep. Not only that. Oh, here we go.
pretty
She was
lucky.
also on board the RMS Olympic when it suffered an at-sea collision. So she was on all 3 of those ships, which all
So
had
she is the luckiest seagoer around.
maybe.
Like
So what I'm
she's-
starting to learn from this from this segment is that luck does not exist.
Well, if you die on the Titanic, you're more unlucky than this girl for sure. But she gets the
Absolutely.
article written about her because she survived.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like
So.
conservation of luck.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
like how in Fantasy Dancing with the Stars, the person who loses all their people first has the least amount of score, right? So, like, obviously, there's more time to accrue points when you have more people in there. There's more time to accrue unluck when you're alive. You know,
Right.
you just get one big lump sum of unluck if you die, but like you can accumulate a lot of unluck if you like
Yeah.
get into 3 separate cruise liner accidents.
Yeah.
I can't believe they fucked it up that many times. Like
Yeah,
they said-
all 3 times, all 3 of those ships were in bad accidents.
yeah, maybe
or
it's
something.
her fault.
Well, they called her Miss Unsinkable. But the ships she was on were not.
No, yeah, she called the ships unsinkable.
Yeah, well, yeah, they did, and they were wrong. Melanie Martinez is known as the unluckiest woman in America, apparently. When living in Louisiana, ding, 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 maybe that's part of the issue, right? It's being in the wrong place at the wrong time situation.
Sure.
She lost 5 houses to hurricanes.
Oh well, okay. I mean, okay. Very unlucky. That sucks. That's terrible. Tragic.
Yeah.
Fucking move.
That's
Stop
what
buying
I'm
houses
saying,
there.
dude.
Stop buying houses in the place where the houses get broken.
Well, it's also kind of like a like if you only make a certain amount of money, maybe your house tends to be in a worse area that doesn't have as much protection and stuff like that. So it's like I don't think this just happened to this woman either. But yeah, I mean that's bad. Five houses.
That's bad vibes, though. That's systematic oppression and systematic racism. Those aren't really topics we touch upon on this show. We're here
but
for like pop gossip and stuff.
But I think that's what it is. I think it's not that she's unlucky. It's that she's well. I guess
she's unlucky that the levees broke all those times.
Yes. It's unlucky that her house is next to the levee, which is not her fault. So, the next guy in more positive vibes. This
That's
guy's
a bummer,
name-
though. That sucks. You know?
It does suck.
Oh yeah.
The next guy is a guy named James Howells, who is from Wales. I don't really know what a Welsh accent is. If you think trying to find a needle in a haystack would be hard work, then look away now, because for the last few years, Welshman James Howells has been trying to.
Is he the one trying to find a hard drive?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's been trying to find a computer hard drive in a landfill site. The reason he is so keen to find the hard drive that got thrown in the trash is simple. It has 8,000 Bitcoins on it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty unlucky. And like the only way to reverse the luck is to find it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like having a near death experience.
Yeah. I mean, like if this was you, how much would you look for it versus like try to live a normal life?
Oh, if it's 8,000 Bitcoin,
Yeah, it's 8,000 Bitcoins.
that's my full-time job looking for that hard drive. That's $497 million.
Yeah, but like the chances are he never finds it.
Yeah, he's been looking for this shit for years.
Yeah. I also don't know how he knows it's on there. And if
$500 million.
So also riddle me this. I don't know that much about cryptos, but your cryptocurrency can just be on your hard drive. I thought it was supposed to be on the blockchain all the time, but you have to have your codes to get into the blockchain. Is that what it is?
The blockchain is like it's the digital ledger that follows along with like whatever the file that it is. So like the metadata of the Bitcoins contains the digital ledger, which is what makes crypto cool, which we found
so cool.
literally 0 ways to use this digital ledger in any convenient way.
Yeah.
But-
Hey, well, one of the presidential candidates, I'm not going to say which one, you might be able to guess, just came out with crypto like last week. So
Oh, his second crypto.
or her.
Nah, dude. I mean, who are we fooling? This man's released multiple sets of crypto trading cards that you can buy
Dude,
from this.
and
man.
it sucks because I had all of them on a hard drive, but I accidentally threw it away last week.
It was actually worth -$1 million.
Dude, I had all these votes in the state of Georgia on a hard drive, but then I
Yeah.
accidentally threw it away.
I had 4,281 votes.
Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know. That would be like, we don't have I think this would make, if we transport this back, 4,000 or 1,000 years, 2,000 years or whatever, this would be an interesting myth or folk tale, right? Like this is a guy who's cursed to have the potential to be the king or whatever, but he has to find this thing that he'll never be able to find. I don't know. It would be tough.
So the only thing to me that maybe could make this guy not as unlucky as it sounds is that it sounds like it had to be some form of huge neglect that led to this hard drive being in a landfill somewhere. Right? Because if I had a hard drive with $500 million on it,
Yeah.
I'm keeping that on me all the time. I'm handcuffing that shit to my body.
Or it's probably his mom threw it away because she didn't know what it was. Like she would with his old Yu-Gi-Oh cards or his old Beanie Babies when he came back from college and his mom threw away his $500 million hard drive.
Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I wouldn't leave that thing anywhere. That would stay directly between my ass cheeks for my entire life.
Well, there's some interesting articles you can read about this guy. And yeah, I would be interested to hear the listeners' opinions about that. I don't know. It's obviously unlucky, I guess. But yeah, I don't know the story about how it got lost. But yeah, like, I mean, even if a Bitcoin is only worth like $1 at the time that you lost this, that's like $8,000. Like if it was an $8,000 bill, you're not just gonna like throw it away, you know?
Yeah. I think if it was $8,000, I'd spend like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's $500,000, I'm never going to work again. I'm looking for that hard drive the whole time.
You're
Yeah.
digging. You're living,
living
in the.
living in the landfill. Yeah.
The
I'm sure
next.
you're gonna find like a bunch of expired food that you could eat. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, you could start like a pawn shop or something with all the stuff that you're digging up from there.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
One Bitcoin is $62,000.
so even if he only finds 1/8,000th of his
Of the
hard
hard
drive, that's not bad. That's like yeah.
It's like one of your salary.
The next person we have to talk about is has the unofficial title of Britain's unluckiest man. His name is John Line.
John Line, unfortunately, was born in Britain. Like, Britain.
It just says that the Brit estimates that he has had 16 major accidents in his life, which include falling off of a horse and cart, being run over by a van, falling down a manhole, lightning strikes,
poop in his
car
diaper.
crashes, an accident in a mine, falling out of a
a-
tree, and then breaking his arm in a bus crash on the way back from the hospital.
That's
But
pretty
like
unlucky.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Relatively, I guess.
I mean,
Could
does
always
he
be
have, do they have
worse.
any like chronic conditions of any of that? If not, then he's Gucci. It's annoying. It's probably be like he's pretty inconvenienced. But like most
And-
unlucky, it's like I feel like you got to be devastated on the reg. Like you got to be getting like your feet kicked out from underneath you at any time. You know, this
Yeah.
guy's living, taking no problem.
Yeah, what the hell? We need more unlucky people.
Yeah, I need someone with glass bones, paper skins that breaks all their bones when they walk up the stairs. Like that's unlucky.
Yeah. You can also read more about this guy. He's got a great article on the Mumbai Mirror. I don't know why they have an article about him, but he also apparently was hit at one time by a stone thrown by a catapult, which seems pretty. I mean, that was probably more common a couple
Was he a
hundred
time
years ago.
traveler?
Yeah, I don't know. But he says, with all the bumps and scrapes over the years, I have been very lucky. I should be winning the lottery next.
Yeah, unlucky person who wouldn't say that.
The title of the article is "Still Alive!" exclamation point. So yeah, count your blessings there. This next one, he has the coolest name in the list we've got here. His name is Sigurd the Mighty Eysteinson.
Okay.
Ice Tyson.
Eysteinson. He was the second Earl of Orkney from 875 AD to 892 AD, and led a
unluckiest person on this whole fucking list.
right. His IP back in the day sucked. He led a Viking conquest of northern Scotland.
Okay.
He once challenged a local lord named Mael Brigty the Bucktoothed to a battle. And they agreed that each person would have 40 people per side. So Eysteinson cheated because he brought 80 soldiers instead of just 40. So they won, obviously. But after the fight was over, Eysteinson chopped off his enemy's head and tied it to his saddle to take home as a trophy. Unfortunately, on the way home, he accidentally like hit a bump on his horse, and then male Brigtee the bucktooth's tooth cut into his thigh, which gave him an infection, which he later died from.
Okay, that's pretty unlucky.
That's pretty unlucky. Also, the whole time you were saying this is like this is some kind of like Lord of the Rings fanfic that you're reading off of. Dude's from Orkneys, Ice Dyson. They got a fucking battle between two legions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got his teeth. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah,
It is gross.
Yeah.
That feels like a C plot in maybe like a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
3 episodes max, though.
Yeah. That's a pretty lame way to die.
Yeah.
Well, people were dying from infections and stuff all the time back in old 875 AD, I'm sure. So, like, whatever.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does suck. We got Eric Nori. It says the man is a bad luck magnet, or lucky if you look at how many times he's survived, which is kind of what we've been saying. But this guy's got kind of like more interesting stuff. A lot of the other ones were like, oh, got in a bus accident. This guy has a rattlesnake bite, a shark attack, a monkey attack, and a lightning strike.
And like he's not maimed in any way. That's pretty unlucky. You get maimed one time by any of those animals that he's had a horrible interaction with. Then
Well, the picture that they've got here, he's got his leg is in some kind of cast, and he's got it elevated, and he's got a bandage on his arm, and he's got the thing on like the top of his hand for like an IV. So it looks like he's kind of in bad shape after all those. I think the shark is probably the most damaging, I would think.
the monkey can fuck you up too, though.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, and he's also from Florida. So
Oh, that's yuck. That's really unlucky for him. He's probably dumb as shit.
Damn.
Oh my God. We've got John Wade Agan.
Wait again.
John Wade Agan. Oh,
He's
again?
So unlucky. They could never figure out his weight. They could never figure out how heavy he was. They could never.
They had to
accurately
keep
dose
on
for
weighing
his
him over and
medicine.
over.
So he got too much anesthesia and died because they couldn't weigh him.
Nice.
Um,
Nice, dude.
He was struck by lightning as well.
What's with all these people getting struck by lightning? He's nonchalantly dropped this. Like this is like the 4th or 5th person on this unlucky list of people who've been struck by lightning. It's like not
Yeah.
that unlucky if half the people on this list have been struck by lightning.
He also was robbed at gunpoint. He was
Let me
stabbed.
guess, bus accident.
This one's kind of interesting. He had 2 snake bites at the same time. I don't know if it's from the same snake or from dueling snakes.
Wait,
he was a
what
taxi
year-
driver.
When was this guy around?
This article doesn't even say. Let me do a quick Google.
That reminds me of Carson Wentz, who used to be the quarterback for the Colts. At one time, he was like trying to make a play, and he broke both of his ankles at the same time.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember hearing about that.
Dude, I haven't heard Carson Wentz, that name, in a long time.
Still in the league.
No way.
Super Bowl champion Carson Wentz.
Dude, that's crazy. He's on the Chiefs, so he's just winning Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Wow, good for him. Well, he died, John Wade Agan, in 2017. So
Oh,
Not too bad.
not that old.
He
Yeah.
probably
I was
has
thinking
some
he was
good
like
IP.
who's the guy on? I don't know if he has like a TV show or like just does YouTube videos where he constantly gets bitten by.
Oh
venomous
yeah, it's
things.
Coyotes Peterson.
Yeah. So this guy was like trying to do a Coyote Peterson type thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if he
2
was
snakes
trying
at
to do
once.
this, but
this Coyote Peterson guy's like, oh yeah, this is the spider that has the hardest bite. This is the ant that when you get bitten by this ant, it sucks the worst, and this is like the world's most painful bee. And it's like, okay, man, like, chill, bro. Yeah, I get it. It sucks, but like, why are you doing this? The click rate's
Yeah.
that good?
so I think the last one that we'll talk about, I think, is definitely the most unlucky person and maybe the most interesting story. But the second to last one is I guess it's not really local flavor anymore, considering where we all live.
Roll Tide.
but it's about Ann Hodges. Does that name ring a bell to any of you?
That sounds very familiar.
Think so. Does she have a building? street?
No, she has something in a building though. Ann Hodges, the Alabama native, was just going about her own business when she was struck by a meteor from outer space.
Oh,
Okay, that's
She
ringing
is
a bell.
she is reportedly the only person in history to have been struck by a space rock, and this happened in Sylacauga, Alabama.
I've heard of Sylacauga.
The accident was bizarre. The offending rock burst through her ceiling before bouncing off her radio and making contact with her thigh. So you can also say, was she really struck by a space rock, or was it like a ricochet situation, you know? But I'm pretty sure this rock is in Smith Hall, the University of Alabama.
Oh, which one's
Okay.
Smith Hall?
The one with the
Yeah,
big whale in it.
I'm willing to say that she is actually extremely unlucky.
It's
Because,
pretty
like,
crazy.
There are obviously many people who have been struck by lightning.
Right. Yeah, we read about a lot of them.
Well, she's
But
the
there are-
luckiest person.
There, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
She's in a
There's
good
only
cohort of
one.
people. It's
Yeah.
literally it's her and then all the dinosaurs.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you can
Yeah,
write in and tell us if you think these people are lucky or unlucky. But yeah.
Damn.
So this one
got
I
any
saved.
more?
Yeah, this one I saved for last. I think is
Okay.
is the best story. So this is a guy named Tsutomu Yamaguchi.
Nice.
Nice.
He was just 29 years old when he narrowly avoided death twice in 3 days.
Therefore lucky.
Lucky.
Yep.
This doesn't sound that. Yes, he is actually very lucky, I would say. But he also, that doesn't sound that unlucky, right? Narrowly avoiding death twice in 3 days, whatever. We've had
No, yeah.
other
if
examples.
If he didn't avoid it,
Right,
that's
but
pretty unlucky. Yeah.
okay.
As mentioned before, that's been one big lump sum of unluck right there.
It's
The
law of
interesting-
conservation of luck.
The interesting thing, yeah, which we invented here today, the interesting thing is the situation in which he avoided death twice in 3 days. And that's because he is the only officially recorded survivor of both of the atomic bombs detonated in Japan in 1945.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. He was at the first
Wow.
one, and then he like drove away, and then got
Yeah.
hit by the second one.
He was 2 miles from Hiroshima's ground zero, site on August 6th, and he suffered a perforated eardrum and upper body burns. But he's from Nagasaki, so after Hiroshima was exploded, he went back to his hometown, only to get caught up in the second blast on August 9th, as he was informing everybody, "You'll never believe what happened."
I'm sorry to laugh at like a horrific war crime perpetrated
Yeah.
by the Good Vibes country, but like that's pretty funny that he's like, "Yo, you'll never believe this shit." And then
They
happens
call
again.
him Niju Hibaku, which means twice bombed,
Nice
which is a pretty cool name.
twice, but yeah, way better than Modang.
And he went on to live until the age of 93.
Oh, you
So-
didn't get super omega cancer? That's super lucky then. This guy is mega lucky. Survived 2 blasts, didn't get those crazy lesions, didn't get mega cancer. Alive.
Yeah.
His ear hurts a little bit. He's got tinnitus.
You know
Big
what?
deal.
I'm kind of starting to come around on this whole like lucky versus unlucky thing, because I mean, if you're the only one who survived, that's kind of like the same as like having eternal life.
Oh,
You know?
boo-hoo. All your friends and family and everyone you've ever known are dead. Boo, big fucking deal. You're still alive, bro. And you didn't get super cancer from the
Well,
bomb.
he did apparently die of stomach cancer, but not until 2010 when he was 93, so that's not bad.
That's on par. That's on
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah,
Like,
no, he
that's
was
fine.
actually older than most people when they die. So, also it says that
He sucked the life out of all those people. He absorbed their souls.
the morning of the second bomb, he was actually reported to have been told he was crazy by his supervisor when he was like, "You'll never believe what happened." So,
Wait, this shit happened. How many days was in between it? Like not much time, right? A couple days? Like
3 days.
Yeah, I mean, you dropped the world's biggest bomb ever on people. I think you're gonna. Japan's not that long, like not that big size wise. Like,
Yeah, but I think that there was a
you
lot
think
of
you'd hear it?
I think there's a lot of stuff happening, and it's like I think that maybe people were confused about it being one really big bomb because it's like, yeah, we've been bombed before. Like, why is this unique? You know, maybe something like that. I don't really know. Later in his life, Sutomu Yamaguchi was a vocal proponent of nuclear disarmament. So, shout out.
This guy doesn't know about deterrence, bro.
Canadian filmmaker James Cameron, who did not make Oppenheimer, or did he?
No, that's another
Nolan?
guy. No, Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he met with this guy about making a movie about atomic bombs.
But he didn't. So L.
So he didn't. That was the other guy. But
Christopher Nolan clears. Go make another movie about water.
go make another. Maybe there will be a nuke in the next Avatar. Who knows?
Avatar: The Way of Radiation.
Yeah, so that's the 13 unluckiest or maybe luckiest people because all of them survived or weren't
Except for that
impacted
one dude
by.
who blew himself up with the bullet.
Yeah, okay. He was pretty unlucky, but he's also just kind of an idiot.
No, that's self-induced. Yeah, that's idiot award, man.
Yeah.
Dumb ways to die. You blew up a tree that had a bullet in it.
Yeah.
Dumb ways to die. You cheated on your girlfriend back in high school.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, dude.
Well, we might not make it to any assholes today.
Yeah. I mean,
That guy's the
three.
asshole for cheating on his girlfriend.
Yeah.
If you guys wanted to, we can maybe hit one.
Pick your
Or
favorite
we can
one.
call.
Yeah. Hit us with a hot one.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna read the names. Let you guys choose.
Okay.
Oh, choose your asshole.
Choose your asshole. We've got
Choose your poos.
we've got. Am I the asshole for divorcing my wife because she didn't let our daughter get an abortion?
No.
Okay, I don't want to do that one.
These are okay. Just
Okay,
I guess to clarify,
that's a layup. No.
these
your
are,
wife's crazy.
These are all within like the past 12 hours.
Wait,
Oh, wow.
Is that dude's wife like the from fucking Dirty Dancing? Or not Dirty Dancing. Baby in the Corner one, whatever that one is. Fuck it, whatever. Next.
Yeah, I don't
Baby in
know.
the corner.
That is
Don't put
that
Baby in
is
the Corner.
Dirty Dancing, isn't
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah.
it? Yeah. Let's see. We've got
Let's go boogie nights,
friend was not allowed to board the flight. The rest of us still went on the vacation. Now she wants us to pay her back. Am I the asshole if I don't pay her back?
No, she's the asshole.
And then we have
That just sucks.
am I the my boyfriend says I look slutty with my new sleeve tattoo. Am I the asshole?
Let's do that one.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
that
me
feels like a
too.
layup too. But, okay, all right. Throwaway account because my boyfriend knows my man. I don't want this to get back to him. I, 26 female, recently got a sleeve tattoo that I'm super proud of. It's a wolf face surrounded by flowers and other patterns. I think it looks amazing and it's something I've wanted for a long time. I've never had any issues showing it off in public or at work. It's not inappropriate or offensive, just a personal piece of art that means a lot to me. The problem? Question mark. My boyfriend, 28 male, absolutely hates it.
That's how
when
old
I
you
show-
are.
That is me. This isn't me though. This is not me. he absolutely hates it when I show it in public or at work. He says it's too much and that people will judge me or think less of me because of it. He even suggests I cover it up when I'm at work, even though my job is totally fine with tattoos, or when we go out together. He's even gone so far as to say that people will think I'm slutty because of it. That comment really hurt me, and now he's making me feel so bad about the tattoo that I've started thinking about removing it altogether. It's
Wow.
like he's ashamed of me for having it, and it's gotten to the point where I've cried over it more than once.
Bro,
I'm doubting my own decision to get something that I once loved because of how much his words have been getting to me.
fuck that guy. Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, for real. This
Yeah,
is insane.
Get out of that relationship, girl.
I've tried explaining that it's my body and my choice to show it. Interesting choice.
Dude, your Puritan boyfriend's gonna love this shit. That line.
Especially when it's something I'm proud of. But he keeps saying that it's about how others will perceive me, and he just doesn't like the idea of me being quote unquote on display.
Yeah. Well, L mentality.
Okay.
I mean, that's how he thinks of her.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
It's pretty like right there.
he's the only one that's thinking of it this way, which is
The other people are saying that's a sick wolf.
yeah, right.
Dope ass wolf.
Or they're probably like, oh, a fucking wolf. That's interesting.
Yeah, but you go, bro. Yeah, I'm glad you got that wolf tattoo.
Nobody's
That's real
thinking
cool.
your wolf sleeve is
Oh,
slutty, dude.
They run out of tribal print.
Oh,
man. They continue. I'm honestly frustrated because I don't think I should have to hide a part of myself just because he's uncomfortable with it. I've never given him a reason to think I'm doing this for attention or anything, but he keeps bringing it up like I'm being disrespectful to him by not covering it up. Edit, we did discuss the tattoo before I got it, and while he wasn't very convinced, he didn't actively stop me from going through with it.
He's just trying to gaslight and manipulate her. So.
Yeah. This is insane. This is fucking crazy, dude.
This is like layup. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where I think this might be made up.
No, dude, come on. You know there's people out there like this.
Yeah, of course. But like, there's also people out there who would totally lie on Reddit for karma points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? Okay. I can kind of understand when they're like, it's a wolf face surrounded by flowers, right? That feels like could go off on Reddit, right?
Yeah, like wolf face, and then like she dropped the "My body, my choice" line in there, which is like,
yeah, that's true. And also this kind of does feel something is like, hey, do you really have to ask?
Yeah, like my
if you're
boyfriend's
the asshole.
my boyfriend's being a textbook manipulator.
Yeah. Am I the asshole?
Am I the problem? am I gaslit right now? Yeah. Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Top comments. We've got, why are you dating someone who's so clearly embarrassed to be seen with you in public?
Oh my
Good
god.
answer. Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got not the asshole, remove the boyfriend, dear. Is cheaper and less painful.
Dear,
Yeah.
Dear.
It's going to be hard to remove your sleeve tattoo of a wolf with flowers around it.
You just yap
Yep.
that thing off. You'll be fine. You'd love,
Gotta
you'd
lose
love
the
having
arm.
a one-armed girlfriend.
Hey, yeah, go get struck by lightning, maybe. That
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah,
Yep.
or a bus. You know, if you get struck by lightning and a bus, you're guaranteed to win the lottery.
Yeah, and then you
Okay,
can pay whatever to get that thing removed.
Yeah, you could be another one. You get him one. You can
Yeah.
get him a cat with surrounded by lava or something.
A lava cat.
Something badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it. Like
on his calf and be like, you can't show that to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, put up your pants. What are you? You're just
maybe
skippy little numbers.
some kind of floozy.
Oh man. Yeah, I think that do whatever you want. And also, take back that term. It's not you shouldn't be derided for showing your arm to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, you little slut.
But also, yeah, be a little slutty. I think everybody should. It's fun. It's good.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's Halloween soon. It's a
it
perfect
is.
opportunity.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's a
just
wolf.
like your arm. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think that this girl's pretty unlucky to have this guy in her life. So
I agree. And she's also unlucky to not realize that she needs to leave. But, that is what it is. Can't be blaming people in shitty situations. Situations are always harder than what they put up there. But that's not that cool. That's not that interesting. That's not very good vibes. But if you want to hit us with some good vibes, you can tell us a cool story at fkthepod@gmail.com. Send us a
tell us
little
about your
Tell us.
unluckiest experience.
Yeah, how many times have you been struck by lightning?
Or bit by two snakes at once.
Yeah, have you ever broken both your ankles at the same time and then got hit by a tree and then blew it up and shot yourself in the face? Let us know at fkthepod@gmail.com. You can fire some tweets at us at x.com, the everything app, at fkthepod, as well as TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and Threads at fkathepod@gmail.com. But not the gmail.com for, the other ones, obviously. You figured this out. You've heard this before if you're here at this point. Thanks for listening to the show. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Tell a friend, be a friend. Bye-bye.